Good morning, everyone. Oh, thank you very much for being here. It's the first day of the in-person service. Yeah, we are finally back to the in-person service. There are a few people who sign up from our website, and then we have some audience here. Thank you very much for being here. I'm so happy to finally see you here in Hondo and celebrate the Father's Day together. And this morning, happy Father's Day for all fathers. Happy Father's Days. Thank you. Okay, good. So until the pandemic began, I think that even though we knew how much we should be thankful for what we have, what we take for granted, we didn't really feel it in the true sense of the word. Although we had difficult time during the pandemic this past 2 years, we are fortunate that we are able to realize the gratitude for this experience in our lives. So this is what Buddhism has been telling us for 2,500 years. So probably this realization will fade away soon after we get back to the normal busy schedule. But I hope we can continue to remember the feeling by hearing the teaching of Buddhism and appreciate what we have here and now with everyone. Okay, our service will start with sutra chanting, Jusege. I was Sambujo, and Sanbutsuge. Sambujo is on page 24, and Sanbutsuge is on 79 on this purple book. If you have this purple book with you, so please open it. Sambujo for 24 and Sanbutsuge for 72. Okay, so we'll begin the sutra chanting first. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. So for now, we're gonna read the Three Treasures. It's on a Popo book on page 8. So Three Treasures 1. So if you wouldn't mind, please show me in Gassho. Place your hands together at heart center. Did we raise? Okay, so please raise for the reading. The Three Treasures. Sorry, thank you. Thank you for reminding of it. Okay, Three Treasures. How is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Buddhist one. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb the souls in the principle, the way of enlightenment, and the awakening in ourselves, the spring well. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we submerge in the depth of the doctrine and gaze wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciple of the Buddha, and be free from all hindrances, become units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through the myriad ages of kalpas, how is it to adhere in such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine? Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us solely understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Okay, so please be seated. Okay. Oh, so I didn't say my name. So my name is Etsuko Mikame. I'm a Buddhist minister of this church. So for some of you who visited the temple the first time, so I've been here for 3 years, and I'm originally from a temple. I grew up in a temple family in Japan, and I came here 2019, and so I've been here almost 3 years. So nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, please join me in Gassho. I'd like to give a Dharma talk. Passions obstruct my eyes, and I cannot see the light. Nevertheless, great compassion is untiring and illumines me always. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so what kind of story did you expect to hear today? So I bet some of you might want to hear some tips that will bring light to your life in the future. There are many such self-help books and stories out there, and that tells us that we can open up our lives if we act in this way. However, I believe that there must be many people who can't do it that way. I think it is difficult to take action and achieve something as desired. So I don't think everyone can do it, but I think that life can turn around even if anything special can be done. In Japan, it is customary to have meal with family and relatives after funeral services or Buddhist memorial services called otoki. So when I was helping at the temple in Japan, I was invited by the family members to participate in the otoki, where all toasted and enjoyed the meal together after a memorial service. A man who was around 80 years old sat right next to me and shared many stories of his life with me. He told me that when he was young, he had succeeded to make his company big by himself, and that he is now the chairman of the company. It was fun to hear his stories because they were all amazing stories that not everyone could do and admire him a lot. At first, everyone like his family and relatives sitting around him were listening to him. But after about 20 and 30 minutes, I realized that before long, none of them were listening but me. Maybe his story was a little bit too long. Then the man also realized that no one was listening to him and said, no one listened to me. And when I go to the office, no one pays attention to me. Only this young minister listens to me. I'll become so boring, he complained. He looked so lonely that I said to him in an attempt to cheer him up, No. You have been working very hard. So I think it's wonderful that you have been working so hard. So please tell me more about your story. And we toasted again. And from here, his success story continued almost about half an hour. It was fun, but I'm sorry, but I was actually a little bit tired by the time he finished the story. Then another day, at another memorial service, I had almost the same situation. This time, an old man of about 8 years old sat next to me on my left. And this old man had also started his own company when he was young. And I felt that the situation was similar to me. But the situation was a little bit different. He told me that the first 10 years went well. However, the business went bad, and he was in debt. He even had to sell off his ancestral land and leave his family. But at that time, the president of the neighboring company took over his debt and hired him to work for the company until he retired. He said with a smile, I can't do anything now but tinker in my small garden, but my family supports me and helps keep me alive. The family members around him were also listening to his story with joy. It was wonderful time for me to listen to the story and feel happy too. The two old men were in much the same situation, but I personally consider later what the difference between those two old men was. It was wonderful to hear the old man sitting on my right side talk about all the hard work he had done. But as I listened to his story, he seemed to be getting lonelier and lonelier. Why? It was as if he was lamenting his current situation. That as one gets older, he cannot do the same thing that he did when he was younger. But when the person on my left side, at a different time, talk about what others had done for him and how they had helped him, I could sense his joy and that it had carried through his life and continues to be the great source of sustenance for him today. I am not denying that what the person has accomplished so far, or their self-effort. I believe that such experience should be cherished, and there are many things in life that we need to work hard for. However, I think it would be more than twice as pleasant if we could appreciate the fact that we were able to do our best because of someone else's support or because of the environment in which we were placed. In an article I read the other day, I knew that some psychologists in a university in the United States conducted an interesting experiment with 400 students. According to the article, they asked 400 students 2 questions and let them answer respectively. One was, what have you done for your partner recently? The other one was, what has your partner done for you recently? What would you answer? What have you done for your family or friends recently? On the contrary, what have they done for you? And how many episodes can you record? Then how many of each do you think they called? Which do you think they record more between something that some person have done for their partners and the things that their partners have done for them? In fact, they remembered 35 times more episodes of kind acts that they have done for others than those that others have done for them. How about you? Would you say that you would probably remember many more of the things that were done for you by others? The relationships between you and the other, the one closest to you, is 1-to-1. So if one of you has done something for the other will remember it as having been done for them. Therefore, when we consider all human beings as a whole, there should be a 1-to-1 ratio of what was done and what was given, right? However, according to the result of their experiments, the number of the kindness we have done for others is 35 times greater than the number of the acts of kindness we have received from others. That's kind of strange, isn't it? This is because it is easier to forget when you are in a state of receiving of kindness from someone else, because your mind is burdened by the debt onto you. But on the other hand, performing an act of kindness to someone is a present thing, because it means that you have earned to favor and remember it, and you remember it. So I think there are times when someone close to me does not reciprocate at all, even though we have been so good to them, or we think we are the only ones who are losing out, and we cross paths. But that is probably because we have forgotten what they have done for us. But I think it is in reality more than 35 times more. Buddha's teachings tell us that each life is interrelated, influencing and changing each other beyond the past, present, and the future. This is the first truth of life that Shakyamuni Buddha revealed to us after his enlightenment. The fact that I have my life here and now is because of the endless connections of life, not only with my father, mother, and grandparents, but also with their lives that preceded them. Values, connections, and conditions have affected the causes in life and created the fruit that I am here and now. There is also the endless interconnection to keep myself alive right now. There are endless, yet invisible, a working of lives, the lives of animals and the plants that are source of our lives, the people who deliver them, the people who cook them, and the people who support our convenient lives. And conversely, we ourselves are part of the work supporting the life of others. The Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh expressed the concept of interbeing as an interconnection between each of us. Each of us is making the others live, and each of us is being made alive by the other. The connection is so infinite and so big, and that still so big that we cannot see it with our own eyes. But we are all in a connection of life that extend infinity into past, present, and the future. I think that works in a connection that keeps each of us alive in that infinity can be expressed in a kind of familiar word, that is Amida. Amida is a Sanskrit word with two meanings in India, Amitayus and Amitabha. Amitayus means that which cannot be measured and have boundless light, and Amitabha means that which cannot be measured and has infinite light. Therefore, Amida means infinite life and immeasurable light. So Amida means infinite life, which always being with the beginning, infinite and forever. Infinite light, the work that keeps each of us alive here and now. Wherever there is no place where light cannot reach, and that work itself. So each of us is supported by someone else, someone somewhere in their work, and we ourselves are benefiting someone somewhere, no matter how small. And that is what we mean when we say we live and work. So Amida is not something that that has nothing to do with me, or it's somewhere far away, but an infinite work that connects us and keeps us alive here and now. So I think Namo Amida Betsu we chant is a kind of embodiment of the opening our hearts to realize ourselves in a tremendous connection of life. Bishop Harada in BCA, Buddhist Churches America, mentioned about the meaning of Namo Amida Butsu in his article like this. Namu literally means to bow one's head like this. Amida Butsu is Amida Buddha. But what is Amida Buddha? Amida Buddha is not a being or a deity. Amida Buddha is a metaphor of the truth of enlightenment, or wisdom and compassion. Namo Amida Butsu then means I bow my head to the truth of enlightenment. I bow my head to the truth beyond my limited ego self. I bow my head to great wisdom and great compassion. So if Namo represent enlightened, lost in delusion, me, and if Amida Butsu represent the opposite of that, meaning the truth of enlightenment, and then I think that all people experience Namo Amida Butsu. So if you have ever felt that something is missing in your life, if you have ever felt unfulfilled, or that you are lost with a direction in life, then you have experienced Namo Amida Butsu. So there is no need to lament that we are not blessed with our environment, ability, and lack, but we are simply unaware of the pyramid, myriad blessings and workings that keep us alive. However, as we are gradually made aware of these great blessings through the work of the Buddha, we will gradually be able to rejoice in the life more and more. What did you feel in the resonance of Namo Amida Butsu? It is the flowing of the warmth of life through our lives. Thank you for listening. So I'd like to conclude this talk with saying Namo Amida Butsu Gassho. Please join me in Gassho. Place your hands together at heart center. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, thank you for being here again. It's really great to have the audience. It's easy to talk, so thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so I have an announcement. So 2 announcements. So one is about the dressing room at the Obon Festival. So we're having a Obon Festival. We are going to have the Obon Festival on July 9th and 10th. But during this time, normally we have the dressing room in our Betsuin to help them dress. But we don't have the dressing room this year due to COVID. So when you come and if you want to dress the kimono, yukata, so come dress a kimono by yourself and come to Obon Festival. Okay, so we don't have any. We don't have dressers as we did before this year. So please come and dress kimono yukata by yourself when you come to Obon. Thank you. And the second one is the way how to sign in the in-person service today like this. So when we just started the in-person service from today. So in order to attend this in-person service, please sign in from our website. It's from the website. So when you visit our website, so we have the the form to fill in. So so maybe you will see it. So if you don't have an idea, if you have no idea to access, so please let us know. Maybe we're gonna tell you how to do it. Okay, so so the number of the people who can attend the service at a time is 150. So maybe we have a lot of rooms. So we're we're waiting for you. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so are we gonna have a no gata today? Okay, so anyway, so thank you very much for everybody for watching this live stream service, and also thank you for being here at the temple, listening to join sharing a Dharma with us. Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to conclude this service with Gassho and Nembutsu once again. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So please go ahead and come forward for incense burning.
Actually, I was waiting for David. If David is here, David is number one Kansho person.
It's the same or different? Pretty much the same, I think. Yes, more similar than I thought. I guess. So did you move from San Francisco? Are you living down here now? Or? Yes, I'm living down here now. I was actually I'm originally from Texas. Okay. And then moved to San Francisco, and then now I'm down here. And you started going to service in San Francisco? Yes, but actually before that, in Texas, Reverend Marvin Harada does like a Texas outreach once a month. Yes. And so I was attending